We're back.
New Comics Wednesday.
New Comics Wednesday, and as you can see, Slim is, I think he went on a walkabout around Australia or New Zealand to like find himself.
Yeah, it's been a while, so
yeah.
to find.
So I don't even remember what he looks like. I have to keep this like small picture at my desk to remind me because I haven't seen the kid in like forever.
I'm so sorry.
Are you sorry?
No, not really.
So I have a special guest with me, as you can see. This R.I.P. Slim.
Oh no.
Are you writing your own funeral sequence? Anyway, this is Pat.
Hey again. It's been a couple months. I did an episode last time, but it seems that you guys upgraded the studio a little bit since.
We totally did, and even though you guys can't see it, we got a new carpet in here, and it's super awesome.
Oh wow, it is. It's very nice.
Yeah. Urban Outfitters came through with that one. All right, so let's get to it. Some cool news is apparently Sarah Paulson wants to play Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2.
Sarah Paulson from
Sarah Paulson is an American Horror Story. I'm sure she's in. I think she was in like that crime.
American Crime Story, yeah. But she's like the main character in the new American Horror, right?
I think so.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, she's a great actress, and you know what? If she wants to play Cheetah, why the hell not let her?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where it seems like she's really, really into it.
Yeah.
Like, somebody tweeted, like, oh, I'd like to see her in it. She was, like, retweeted.
She was like, yeah, let me do it. I'll do it.
That's, I don't know, I hope she gets it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not even, like, there isn't even a confirmation that character's in the movie, right? I think this is all,
yeah.
like...
I think everything is speculation at this point.
I see.
But, I mean, Cheetah should be in the movie. It's like her nemesis / best friend / nemesis / best friend. Like,
yeah,
they always go back and forth.
Sequel would be a good place to put that in.
Slim, yes, the carpet replaced you. Sorry.
Don't. All right.
Okay, yeah, moving the mouse now. Another cool thing is that Crosswind, that I usually talk about like once a month because it comes out like once a month, is getting its own TV show.
That's very exciting.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan of Gail
So
Simone.
that's, the Gail Simone Cat Staggs book. And it's about a hitman and a housewife who switch bodies and, you know, the struggles that come with that. So.
I mean, we've all been there, of course.
And not only, like it's a woman and a man. And it's not just a simple switch, you know? Like, we could probably be fine, but
I mean, we may have actually switched.
Right. We don't know.
Yeah.
It might have just happened and we're back again, you know?
Luckily, you're not a hitman.
And Gail Simone is writing the pilot episode.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just saw that. That's, like, pretty cool.
That's really, really cool.
Is that her first, like, TV writing credit, I wonder? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't know.
But that's super exciting. I don't know any other details except the fact that it's definitely happening.
Very well deserved.
Mike, you thought that... Did you really think about pirates? Yeah, it's not about pirates, but that's pretty cool. And then, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. There's some news on that. Obviously, we all knew this was happening, but we thought it was going to be on CW alongside Riverdale.
Yeah, so it's going to be on Netflix, right?
And you know what? I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, I think that's a little
cooler.
cooler.
Because Netflix, you can, like, show crazier stuff, I think.
Yeah, and obviously you can binge watch everything, like, right away.
Right,
So
and it's going to be they already signed for 2 seasons, and it's going to be 10 episodes a season. I don't know if they're going to do 2, does Netflix do that, 2 seasons at one time?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, but that's going to be really exciting. And then I, like, Googled all of the girls that are, like, up for playing her, and I think we'll be pretty pleased.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it like they haven't decided anything
They haven't,
yet?
As far, like, we don't know. I'm sure they have, because it says that that filming is expected to begin in February.
Oh, so they must have someone. Yeah.
So that'll be really exciting.
So will they be allowed to cross over with the CW show? No, right? Because it's...
You know, I don't know how that works. Because remember that, like, when Riverdale first came out, it was on Netflix, like, randomly, like, before the season ended.
Yeah.
Like, they put all the episodes on Netflix.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they took them down.
Huh.
So maybe there's some kind of something with CW and Netflix.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I don't know.
I
thought it was going to be, like, a crossover thing, you know, how, like Arrow and, like, Supergirl and Flash all kind of do that.
Yeah, like back, and then there was, like...
So I thought that maybe
a team
they would have, like, her be part of the Archie universe.
Yeah,
and
it seems like when it was going to be on
whatever.
CW, that was the plan.
Right.
That's what I assumed.
Exactly.
So I wonder how they'll manage that. But who is Pat
yeah,
wearing?
so that's exciting. Who is Pat wearing? Pat is wearing Dolce & Gabbana.
That's right. That's just my undershirt, though. Inquiring minds, indeed. That is very exciting, though.
Yeah, it would be really cool to see ANF. To see Sabrina on Riverdale. Also, I just like how this Sabrina, you know, like we grew up with Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like Melissa Joan Hart, you know,
hard to do that,
and the robotic Salem, like, ugh.
Yeah,
But that's my favorite Salem impression. But this is cool. It's like super dark, and I remember when I first like read one of these comics, I was like, oh shit, like there's like messed up stuff that happens.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, and I'm glad
they
they're
like
basing
don't
on
hold
that.
back at all. Like this is not Sabrina the Teenage Witch that we watched when we were kids.
Oh, no, not at all.
So.
Same with Riverdale, right? Like, they're pulling from, like, really, really good new, like, kind of cutting-edge content. So
exactly.
It's really exciting.
All right, so do you want to get out? We'll start new comics that came out today.
Oh, yeah. What do we have here?
All right, so Phoenix Resurrection came out today.
You read this one, right?
Which I read, and it comes with this awesome lenticular cover. Ooh.
It doesn't really translate on camera.
No, it doesn't
so well.
really. The awesomeness doesn't translate well.
You have to trust us how it's really cool looking.
So, Jean Grey is back, and some crazy stuff happens, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about, like, I would never say I'm, like, super in touch with the X-Men universe, but the stuff that I read online about this book, like, there's so many Easter eggs.
Oh, really?
It's, like, super cool. And I really don't know much about it, but it was really interesting. Like, if you're a huge X-Men fan, you're gonna like love this. Yes, Mike. Or did you read this, guy. Mike? You have to read it. I'll bring it by after.
How much of an X-Men guy are you really? It's been out for like 8 hours.
So it's like all about like they like name drop like the town the Greys lived in, and that's where like this whole thing happens.
Oh, wow.
And like apparently like when the Greys like all died, they went to this like heaven universe called like the White Hot Place or something like that, and now they might be back and just all this cool stuff. And I think Phoenix is super cool, and I'm happy. I think she's a really strong like female lead X-Men character, and I'm happy to have her back.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely want to read that.
Yeah.
Is it 40 pages?
Oh, and there's like this other shocking thing at the end. So it's not shocking really that she's back because, dude, like, hello, she's here.
All over the
so we know. But at the end, someone else comes back.
What? Really?
That
How
has
unexpected?
Been dead.
On a scale of 1
I
to like
fell
the most
onto the ground.
Oh my god, it's like 11.
Exactly.
All right.
And Fernando had to come rescue me.
That's pretty intense. It's very dramatic.
Yes, Marvel is getting ready for the Dark Phoenix movie, which will be great.
Yeah, it's interesting. The timing here is pretty cool.
It is cool. So good for them. Jean Grey, welcome back. Welcome back, girl.
So another big event this week, Doomsday Clock number 2. If you don't know, this is the sort of like basically a direct sequel to Watchmen with a surprising twist.
Oh.
Which is, and this isn't really a spoiler because I think we already know this, there's a convergence with the DC universe.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So this is the second issue, and I don't want to spoil anything in case people haven't read the first issue, but I have to say that this one is really like moving the story along in like a great way. This is not a spoiler, I don't think. They do like the classic style of Watchmen really well in this book. It's actually pretty impressive that they're able to like keep it so Watchmen-esque when there's some surprising and crazy things happening that you might not expect. But I would definitely recommend checking this out. It is a little heavy. It's a little dark, and there's a lot going on. And I would say
it's pretty political, right?
It's very a little heavy-handed with the political commentary, I think, in a way that's like very
forward
now. Yeah. So like, I think the first issue kind of gets this out of the way in like a good way and like sets the scene for like, oh, this is our modern world. And then I think this issue is where it really starts going with the story. I would say that if you haven't read Watchmen in a little while, you might want to refresh
do that
yourself.
First.
Yeah, because there's a lot of references, and I think it's moving along like in a really cool way. So I definitely recommend picking this one up if you've read the first one, and if not, I would read the first one first for sure.
All right, and we're both Star Wars fans, obviously, so we're going to talk about Star Wars. Duh. Pat's like the Star Wars guru in our office, so whenever we have questions...
It's very nice of you to say.
I mean, I credit where credit's due, man. So we always go to him with Star Wars questions, and if you ever have any Star Wars questions, you can also ask Pat. So this came out today, The Storms of Crate. So the art in this book is sort of what blew me away.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to you. Like, even this first page, I was like, oh, like this is pretty dope.
Wow, yeah.
Like, that's insane. Like, I would just hang this up, like, in my room, I think.
They really nail not only just, like, the exterior shots and the ship designs and stuff, but the faces are, like, dead on.
Right, like, to the point where it's, like, almost a little scary sometimes.
Yeah, it's very, like, it goes, like, pretty photorealistic at times.
Like, the fact that, like, they even put, like, Han's, like, down here you can see, like, his like, little mole and scar. So it's, awesome. Like, Harrison Ford, like, true likeness. And Carrie Fisher, for that matter.
Yeah. Luke, they get actually, like, perfectly, like, the age that he would have been in this book. Which
exactly.
is between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a cool, like, it's in, like, in a little transitional period, sort of, like, of his, like, coming of age as, like, a soldier.
Right. Like, he still doesn't know Leia's his sister, because he still has, like, a super crush on her.
Yeah. There's even a little more of the Leia and Luke pecking small kiss action in this book.
Which is super creepy.
Yeah, having known,
Right. It's like, when Han and Luke are, like, still, like, pining for her attention.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gross, because, like, we all know that it's his sister, and it's like, okay.
They double down a little bit on that. But it's, very canonical. So
right. So we both read this week, and if you guys saw the movie, that cool planet that they go to at the end to try to, like, get away from everyone, it's about that.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool reference, actually, and it, like, sort of explains, like, what they're talking about in The Last Jedi when it comes to this base and this planet in general. Like, the backstory's great.
It is really cool. Oh, God, there's that kiss. Ooh.
And this is a one-shot, right?
This is a one-shot, and it looks like, because the next issue is going to be this dude.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
So it looks like they're going to be doing, like, one-shots tied to The Last Jedi. I'm not sure how long they're going to be doing that.
Yeah.
But
the next one is going to be about DJ, the codebreaker character.
Merry Christmas, Andy. Happy New Year.
Post-Christmas from comiXology HQ.
Yes. So this is really cool. If you guys want just like a little sneak peek into like more of, if you're hungry for more Star Wars The Last Jedi, definitely check this out. If you just want to read a cool Star Wars mini book with like some great art and it's just a fun book. You should definitely check it out.
And if you're a fan of the ongoing Star Wars series too, there's some nice tie-ins with this book. I don't know if you may have heard of the Scar Squadron.
Scar Squadron.
The special stormtroopers they got their own arc in the Star Wars ongoing comic, make an appearance here too. It's a nice little mashup.
Right. So another thing we wanted to do today is, because it's the end of the year, we wanted to talk about some of the most popular books of the year. Not personal preferences. Necessarily, but just some of the most popular books that were on site. Mikey, there is like two people in the office, and they're sitting on these chairs.
So no work is getting done at all. Hope you're not trying to buy any comics because it's all turned off just for right now.
Yeah, we're closed.
Yeah.
Just kidding, we're not. We never closed. So according to you guys, this is what was the most popular comics of 2017. So we split it up between single issues and trades. So single issues, Doomsday Clock #1. So that's pretty new.
Yeah,
that's like the end of the year kind of whatever.
Yeah, that's last month, I guess.
Yeah. Then Dark Knight's Metal #1.
Big event.
Big event. Marvel Legacy #1.
Also big.
So, I mean, really, a lot of these aren't that shocking.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that these are exactly what I expected.
Walking Dead #162.
So what was special about this particular issue of Walking Dead, I wonder?
I don't read The Walking Dead, nor do I watch it.
Yeah, and
don't be shocked.
I
don't like zombies. Sorry.
May need to check that out because
and then this is one that I'm not familiar with at all, but I'm now intrigued by with the amount of like comments and ratings that this has. Critical Role Vox Machina Origins #1.
So this is a Dark Horse book that I had also not heard of.
Right. And it literally has like 1,000 reviews. And I didn't even think people wrote reviews, but they do.
And not only does it have the most reviews on our site that I've ever seen,
right?
It's 5 stars solid.
5 stars solid.
So
like,
I'll definitely
if
be checking this out.
was a restaurant on Yelp, I would be going there tonight. Seriously. So, yeah, I want to read that.
Luckily, the comments on here aren't quite the same as the Yelp comments, which is
right.
nice. But,
that's what I love about Yelp, that they're so brutally honest.
And so detailed.
But I also want to, like, meet someone who writes Yelp reviews, because who does that?
Yeah, or any of
No
of our
offense to
viewers
anyone who's watching this.
Or any of the 930 people that gave a 5-star
like,
rating to Critical Role.
I guess you need an account. I don't even have a Yelp account.
I don't think I do either.
Anyway. So for trades, Saga Volume 7 was super popular. Civil War 2 still remains to be popular. Batman the Dark Knight Master Race.
I'm not surprised by that, but
Me either.
It's intriguing that it made the top 5 or 6, just because there's so many event books and like big books like that.
Right. Well, maybe because it's like some of the newer events like aren't trade.
Oh, that's
yet.
true. Yeah.
So
I bet we'll see Doomsday Clock or something on that.
Yeah,
list
exactly.
Next year.
Monstrous Volume 2. I love Monstrous. Have you read any?
No,
yet?
I haven't read that yet, but I've heard it. I've heard really good things.
It makes me cry with happiness. I love it so much.
I have to read it then.
Yeah, it's great.
It sounds very good.
Like,
very intense.
Like Comic-Con, I stalked both of them. Like multiple. It was like,
whoa.
Yeah. No, I love them. The creators, that is. Yes. Andy, catch up on Saga. It's a good time to do it because it's in a bit of a hiatus, so it's a good time to.
Oh, it's the perfect time.
Yeah, catch up. And some crazy stuff happens. It's actually like super. It's like really messes with your emotions.
It keeps getting crazier like that too.
Insane.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know how you're gonna feel from literally the first page to the last page of just one issue.
Yeah.
So I think
that's really going all in lately.
I feel like it's gone on for a long time and it still continues to kick butt.
The emotional roller coaster.
And then this I have checked out, but I've never read. My favorite thing is Monsters.
Same.
Which I feel super ashamed to not have read this.
I feel a little embarrassed to say that, but
like, do we even work here?
Sometimes I don't know.
I don't know.
I just walk in.
But the art in this is insane.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I mean, even the
like the cover, it has that like what do they call it? Cross hatching style art. Crosshatch.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Crosshatch style art, and it like. It's just...
Oh, it's so beautiful,
it's gorgeous. Gorgine. So I definitely want to check that out. And then what we would buy this week... So we're going to do like our favorites of 2017.
So what we'd buy
in
this
the
year.
format of what we would buy this year with only $10.
$10 to spend on comics. That's your entire comics allowance.
Shocking, I go over.
You went over $10 this year?
I did.
That's against the...
But you went under, I think.
I stayed right under, but I cheated.
All right, so one of my favorites from DC, which I think was like a nice, I don't know, it was like a nice like interrupt of the normal Batman cadence for DC, was Batman White Knight. So I would buy Batman White Knight #1, which sadly is $3.99.
I enjoyed that book too, yeah.
I think it's such a cool take on it. Like, Joker's the good guy, Batman's pretty much the bad guy. And
especially
we'll see what happens. The art is insanity.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's ridiculous.
They're doing a lot of like mix-up stuff with Batman lately, and I think this is, to me, one of the most intriguing.
I think so too, because it's just like, the dark vigilante that has like a ton of money and is super snotty, basically. It just gets old after a while. So that's pretty cool. Witchblade #1 is probably like the newer take. If you told me I would be loving a Witchblade book, I would think you're nuts. Just based on the fact that she doesn't wear clothing, and that's not my thing. So this new take on Witchblade, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, is awesome, and it's by like a mostly female creative team, which is so cool to just like sort of resurrect this character that, is sort of been pinned as this like old school comic book girl, with like giant boobs and
Almost
no
in
clothes.
the tradition of like what Gail Simone did a couple years ago for like Red Sonja, that reboot.
Yes, exactly.
Sort of the same, like just rethinking
just
like what the character should be.
how about let's let a woman write this because she's a woman. So that's really cool.
And how many issues is that now?
Right now, there's only one still.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys, you should pick it up, read it. It's really cool. The Unworthy Thor. That's that like mini series. That's 5 issues for $3.99. So that's like Thor is literally unworthy. He can't. He doesn't have access to the hammer anymore, and he's like in this other universe. But he finds that there's this other Mjolnir that he's trying to become worthy again with. So that's pretty cool. It explains a lot of things about Thor that maybe you wouldn't find anywhere else. So
that's awesome.
And it's $3.99 for 5 issues.
So you did go over. I did. Realized, yeah.
I went over by $2, so take it out of my allowance.
Yeah, I guess it's the whole year. I actually stayed exactly in budget.
Oh, wow.
But I cheated.
What a good guest.
I cheated. And you may want to check.
Oh,
small technical issue.
No, because I didn't listen to Slim.
Oh, right.
Oh, God.
It's hard to blame you for that.
Yeah.
But we do have, so I guess I sort of broke the rules a little bit.
Did you?
Because if I only had $10 for the entire year, it would depend on when I bought these. Because these are actually, some of these are on sale currently on comiXology.
Well, then that's allowed. I'll let you.
All right.
Yeah.
So in that case, it was hard for me to choose two of my favorite Star Wars books this year. I guess that's not super surprising if you know me.
Yeah.
But, so I didn't. And I would have chosen both Screaming Citadel #1, which I know you also liked a lot, right?
Yeah, that's great.
And the new Darth Vader #1 from the series that started earlier this year, which, as you may know, is about him like after Episode 3, like constructing his lightsaber, and it's pretty really cool. Especially if you're a huge Star Wars nerd like me. And then the other one, which isn't necessarily a new book this year, but is new on digital, Battle Angel Alita Volume 1, which was $5, and Darth Vader was $4, and Screaming Citadel was $1. Yeah, so $10. Great.
You did a good job.
Battle Angel Alita Volume 1 is highly lauded, amazing manga. Oops.
God damn it.
Sorry. Feel free to roast me in
Don't
the comments
worry,
for that one. But there's also a great looking, in my opinion, slightly divisive trailer for the new movie coming out, which I think looks really cool.
Amazing.
Me too, yeah.
Like, there's like just so much, it's just really beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little shocking with I don't know if maybe you out there have seen it, but the eyes are
real big.
Pretty huge, which I think is really cool. Oh, wow. You see, you're not going to let me live it down. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, I would highly recommend checking out Battle Angel Alita if you haven't ever read it before. It's a classic.
Do you think the movie will really follow that series?
I mean, it seems like from the trailer, which obviously is just basically like an extended teaser.
Right.
It seems pretty close.
Yeah.
And I know they've been working on that film, trying to get it made for like over a decade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I guess
it seems
they finally
pretty complex.
It out.
You're not sorry, Mike.
It's all right, Mike. I deserved it.
All right, so that's what pretty much our 2017 picks, I guess.
Yeah.
And next week, Goosebumps is finally back. Monsters at Midnight #2 is back. Crosswind #6 is back. So 6 issues isn't a lot to get caught up on. So if you want to get caught up before the TV show comes out, which probably isn't going to come out until like 2050, but still. Paper Girls is back. Scales and Scoundrels #5.
We have a new Walking
biggest
Dead, right?
disappointments of 2017. Chris, I don't think I'm allowed to say that here.
Oh. Nothing disappoints me in the world of comics.
Right. What else is out?
Oh, more coming soon. We have The Walking Dead 175.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be as good as everyone's favorite Walking Dead 162, but we'll see.
Yeah, who knows? I got to find out what happened. Maybe something like Big Death or something.
It must have been something crazy,
yeah.
right? Rat Queens #7.
Yes.
Batman and the Signal.
Right, so that's a new #1 from DC.
Oh, right.
I'm not sure what that's about.
The new White Knight.
Oh, yeah, another White Knight. So there's only 3 of those, so that's easy to catch up on. Rise of the Black Panther. number 1, Rogue and Gambit. Rogue and Gambit, I think that's going to be so awesome, and I hope they draw them, like, super 80s.
That would be really cool.
I want Rogue and Gambit 80s Gambit.
That would be pretty awesome.
X-Men, there's the second X-Men Grand Design, so there's only going to be 2 of those.
Yeah, I actually didn't read the first one.
The first one is sick.
Oh, really?
Like, and they print it on this, like old school, like, thick, like, kind of textured paper.
That's awesome.
And it's really dope.
Cool.
I do like Batman medals. How do you like Batman medals?
I like it. It's just a lot.
There's a lot.
It's a lot to follow, sort of.
It is a lot to follow.
For me, like, it's one of those series that's kind of hard for me to read, like, monthly.
I kind of like... I like the tie-ins, I think, more personally. Yeah. Because that's, like, doesn't... Like, it loosely has to do with, like, the overarching Metals story.
Right.
Like, I haven't read all of the Metals, like, series itself, but I do like... I like some of the tie-in ones. So...
The concept is really cool, so I feel like there's so much they can do with it.
Right.
So it's cool.
It's a really cool concept. So I think that's all for us today.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, and feel free if you guys want to keep commenting about, like, some of your favorite 2017 picks. Go ahead.
Yeah,
That'd be
let
great.
us know what your favorite comics of the year were. If we missed anything,
New Year's resolutions should we make for Slim? Maybe come to work.
Yeah, show up for the show.
Seriously.
Next time. Sheesh.
All right, thank you everyone for watching, and have a fantastic New Year.
Happy New Year.
Make good choices, and we'll see you in 2018.
See you next time.